Good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in for another session of the Family Butcher. Tonight, what we're going to do is get familiar with pork butts, okay, from the shoulder. What I'm going to try and get out of these two items, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be successful. It's either going to be me or it's going to be the shoulders of pork, and it's going to be me, I guarantee you. Okay? So what we're going to get out of them, we're going to get the boneless spare ribs out of these shoulders. Okay? And I'll show you what a hindrance is going to be to that. Another thing, we'll get some pork for pulled pork, okay, and we'll get a roast out of one of them, okay. Now, first thing, you got to go into the store and you got to pick it out, okay. So you go in there and you look around, you find them. Sometimes there'll be one in a bag, and sometimes there'll be two in a bag. Now these came in Cryovac. Both of them came in one Cryovac bag, and that's the way the producer produces these. We did not see one of them, we saw them in twos. Okay, so these are two small ones. Okay, and what you look for, what I look for, if I'm looking for this, is nothing too fat. Okay, these are extremely lean. Okay, in the bag you'll be able to tell they're lean. If you were to turn them over like this, how much fat is on them? Just about nothing. Okay, so I mean, you're going to be able to see that when you go into a supermarket and you pick them up, and that's what you see. Okay, now where is it on the pig? And I'm going to tell you, we have a nice demonstration right over here. This is it, the blade shoulder. My upbringing in a slaughterhouse, doing slaughterhouse wholesale work, okay, this whole thing, that was called a long cut shoulder of pork, okay. And what they did, even to this, is they cut it right over here. That gave you the blade shoulder, okay? This arm shoulder, if you go into a supermarket, I don't know that it says arm shoulder. It can say picnic, okay? That's been the traditional name of this half, okay? That would be a picnic, okay? You could see that as on the label, and that's exactly what it is. As I said, the blade shoulder and the arm shoulder, that's, in wholesale terms, in my upbringing, a long cut shoulder of pork. Now to cut this, cut it right in half the way it is over there, and you have your butt, and you have your picnic, or you have the arm shoulder, whichever. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on tonight. Okay, folks, now I'm going to start cutting. I got my safety glove on under here. As I always say, these are better than the American Express card, because you can't wrap them around your finger like you can these here. So I take them with me. I have everything here if I need it. I got that diamond stone. I got my steel, and I got my knife. Okay, I got it with this hand. I'm taking that off with that hand. Okay, so I won't get cut. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the roast off first, because this is sloppy the way they take the way the bone was taken out. This is where the bone was. Okay, so I'm going to get a nice size, pretty nice size roast. Okay, and that's lean. That's why I say sometimes when they're this lean, they're good enough to really make cutlets out of them. You know what I mean? So anyway, this I'm going to make some spare ribs, boneless spare ribs. I'm going to use what looks like I can use for, say for instance, these boneless spare ribs. I can't use pretty much that. That's not going to make a decent spare rib. Okay, in the middle, right over here, yeah, that will. Okay, so you got to sort of like, it's merchandising in a way that's what it is. And these pieces here, I'm going to save for the pulled pork. Okay, now let's see what kind. Okay, now there's some spare ribs. Okay, I'm going to make some more spare ribs because that really is not that much. Okay, I'm going to switch. I'll switch over to this side. Now, for most of this is going to be for pulled pork, okay? And we still have enough to get some decent sized boneless spare ribs. Now these, when we went into the store today, they had a display of these, and they look very nice. But look at how nice and lean these are. That's terrific. That is terrific. Try and make them the same length so they look nice. And these pieces can go right in for the pulled pork. To tell you the truth, see these pieces the way they are, it makes it a little better for the pulled pork, to tell you the truth, because the pieces are already, if you want to say dissected or whatever, and all you have to do is put them in the pot. So these are beautiful. And look at all the meat. Look at all the meat that we're getting out of these. Two shoulders. we have an abundance. We have an abundance of meat here. And to be very honest with you, you don't have to, unless it's something that's rough, you don't have to trim it the way I am right now. Pretty much these pieces in the back and on the side here for pulled pork. Got some beautiful boneless spare ribs of pork, and you got a beautiful, we got a beautiful roast. So okay, now this is the way we did it, the way I did it. This is a solid piece of meat, okay? If I don't know if I did show you or whatever, but you see these pieces? I did mention them. They were from the bone taken out of the shoulder, okay? So these pieces were hanging on, okay? This is the only decent sized piece that's really holding together. So that's why I chose this as a roast. And on the second butt, this part here is what I cut down for the spare ribs.